back to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video, or if you're in the US, Dragonstride is how you'll find it in the App Store. Today I want to talk about some of the things that you're going to run into when you start playing the game and how to get past those hurdles, mostly regarding upgrading your heroes and getting them equipped properly for battle. Before I go any further though, I want to thank Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video, and I urge all of you to check out the game. It is a great time to dive back into it, and if you're playing other turn-based strategy games, you could even get credit for what you're doing inside of those games inside of this one. Utilize my links down below to get yourself inside of the game with enhanced rewards. But now let's start talking about how these upgrades are going to start working. First of all, you're going to find yourself progressing through the game. I'm not a guy that's really big into lore, so I kind of just skip through a lot of this, but the story is actually quite good, and if you want to stick around and listen to everything that they're talking about, you totally can. For me, I want to get into the battles. I wanted to get the upgrades of my heroes and my champions, and I want to be able to get them all the gear that they need to progress rather than going through story. Although the story is something that you do need to progress, so I just basically click on another village, it takes me to the next village, and I get into the battles that way. It's pretty easy to do, it's just something that you have to take yourself through the steps of. And it is quite rewarding when you open up new realms of the map so you have more to explore, but more importantly, more battles to get into. But let's talk about getting into those battles and how you can be successful when you're in the fights. And if you take a look at the top right-hand side of the screen, you'll see often the helmet with the term upgradable under it. Something that's really cool about this game is that when I upgrade one of my heroes, it upgrades all of them. And I absolutely love that because it just takes away some of the unnecessary grind from the game. Look at everyone is going to be upgraded to level 36. And when we come look at the roster, everyone is at that same level. Really nice job here, Dragonheir. I think it's a nice touch to the game that allows a lot of players to just progress nicely. But it's not only about progressing your residence level. There's a lot more. You could upgrade your skills when you have the items to do so. Looks like I have one right here, so I'm going to utilize this skill right here for the upgrade, which will randomly upgrade one of my skills. These items don't come easily. Scholar Scrolls, you're going to want to make sure you put them into the champions that you're actually going to be utilizing, all right? And they have different rarities. Notice right here, for my own personal character, I'm going to upgrade the 2 levels. It's the only red that I have. We're going to get that upgrade into him upgrading those skills, making him more powerful, and me knowing that he's one that I'm going to be utilizing long-term in the game. I feel confident doing that. But we also have to gear them. Do not forget to add some gear. Notice we have the helm and we have a weapon. The other slots are going to unlock at level 40, 60, and 80, so we could put more equipment on top. You want to basically see what your hero is all about. What do they actually do? Are they going to be a tank? Are they going to be someone that's going to be a bit more of a damage dealer? And you want to gear them appropriately to that. So if I'm going with someone that is going to be a very tanky type hero, I'm going to want to go with an HP focused or someone that can take extra amounts of damage with the pieces of gear I put on, being the weapon, the helmet, and things beyond that. Notice I put some HP on him right there. Although it's flat HP, it's still HP. And then we have all these other pieces of gear offering crit damage, attack, accuracy. We also have crit rate on there as well. So a lot of options, and it's important that all the heroes that you're going to be utilizing are equipped with gear. So you want to go through and make sure that everyone that's on your roster that you're currently using is geared. We just unlocked this guy recently, and I'll be honest, I want to throw a little gear on him. I love myself a good wizard, so I can either choose any gear, or you could even hit the quick equip button right there, which will equip him with some of the better gear available for that class. It's a nice, unique feature that's pretty easy to do, especially when you don't have the time or the interest to spend the time putting that gear on them. I'm going to do that with all of my epics right now, just utilizing quick equip. And then you could go back through and you could see if you're actually putting the gear that's going to be the most effective for them on them. Now you'll notice on my main character here that I have some gear leveled up to level 4. we can upgrade the gear as well, making them even stronger and more effective, I guess is the right word, in their battles. So let's go here. I'm gonna actually go with, let's go with one of my other tanks I've been using. Let's actually remove the gear. I want to see really quickly when I hit quick equip if it's going to give me better gear. Quick equip, boom, put me in that gear. What do we have here? This is an HP. Let's upgrade this. Let's refine it to rank 4. You could drag how far you want that upgrade to go. We can go up to rank 4 right now, and it's going to add 1 affix randomly. We're going to use our gold to refine, and we got resistance added as well, which is actually quite nice for a unit that's going to be used for tanking. Let's go refine again. We're going to go to the rank 4, refine that gear. Now, also keep in mind, when you're starting out the game, the gear that you're getting is not going to be end game gear. So you really don't want to, and I try to be careful not to upgrade everyone's gear everywhere. You just kind of want to, use it on the guys that you think you're going to be using in the battles. I'm going to go up here and refine this helm. I'm going to go and refine this as well, utilizing our gold, and I'm going to use it on just a handful of the units that I'm going to use until I find myself struggling to get through battles. Once you find yourself to a point where you can't beat certain battles, well, then you're going to want to come back and do more upgrades and more refining. Let's talk about, though, what battles are going to get you gear and what battles are going to get you that leveling that you need. When you click on the sword and shield in the bottom right of the screen, it's going to take you to this gameplay entry. You can either go into the Goblin Lair, which is going to give you growth to your character, or you can go into the equipment where you're going to be able to get into this battle right here, and this is going to give you different gear. So let's go in, use some of our bread or our energy, and get into this battle so you can see what it actually looks like. We already know what the rewards are that we're going to have. Now, going into the battle, I actually want to swap out some of my units. We're going to remove, we're going to keep him right there. His skills are upgraded. We're going to remove him. Let's go and drag in our wizard back there because I like the wizard. And let's go into the battle right now, see how this all plays out. I do keep it on full auto for all of this because this is essentially a farming stage. I am farming for better gear right now. And as my heroes get stronger, I could take on bigger and badder stages of this, which will drop me better and better gear, so I can then re-equip it on my heroes so they can get stronger, to get into bigger battles, to get better gear, and that's how the grind actually works. It's pretty standard, but it's nice to know that it's pretty simple here so that we can understand how it actually works. And, well, I think that this is a solid breakdown. We got right here, we're going to take down the boss, and you will notice that we're going to be rewarded with, all of our prizes are right here, the victory, and the screen showing the gear that we have been awarded. Now let's talk about gaining level. Our growth or level is going to be done in the Goblin Lair, and as you can see, we get the resources that we need to level up our heroes in this case. Now, I swapped in a few different heroes just because I like to mix things up, and now that I have a couple that are geared up, I can mess around with them to better understand and learn what they do inside of the game. Plus, remember, when we do level, it levels all of them together, which is that really nice feature. So we're going to go through all of these goblins, take them all down, and at the end, we'll be rewarded with the currency necessary for upgrading our heroes.
This'll cost extra. From the freezing winter. Don't from the freezing winter.
Now there is the victory, and then we get that growth that we really are looking for the account in the form of the hero XP potions, and of course we got ourselves some gold. So as you can see, it's going to be a continuous, enjoyable grind to get your heroes upgraded. We even can go with another upgrade now just from that one goblin battle, which again is going to affect and impact and benefit all of our heroes across the board. Dragonheir Silent Gods has been a ton of fun. On top of that, I really do love all the heroes. I think that they're awesome looking, and I like how they break down and how they work well together and synergize in a lot of these battles. I'm going to be putting out more guides here on the channel to introduce you to the beginning stages and beyond inside of Dragonheir Silent Gods. Again, I need to thank Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video and urge all of you to check out the game with my link in the description. That's going to get you Dragonheir Silent Gods or Dragonstride if you are in the US. I'll see you guys in my next video.